Every decision you make, every conversation you have, every emotion you feel, your brain is running all of it. And when it's not getting what it needs, you feel it every single day.
These are the 7 nutrients backed by research that your brain actually needs to function at its best. Your brain is only 2% of your body weight, which is nothing, but it uses 20% of your energy, and most people are running on empty. The brain fog, the mood swings, the low motivation, that's your brain telling you that something is off. So instead of pushing through it, let's talk about what you can actually do about it.
Okay, let's start with the most researched nutrient on this list, and probably the most important one that your brain actually runs on: omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA and EPA. DHA builds your brain, EPA fights inflammation. Your body cannot make these on its own, and you have to get them from food. But most people are not getting nearly enough. Here's why it matters. Your brain is made up of 60% fat, and DHA is literally built into your brain cell's membrane. Research shows it directly affects your brain's ability to form and strengthen connections. That's how you learn. That's how memory works. When you're low on omega-3s, your brain cells can't communicate properly, inflammation goes up, and everything slows down. That slower communication shows up as brain fog, slower reaction time, and you're struggling to find words mid-conversation. Things people brush off, but are actually signs your brain isn't running right and you're thinking slower. The best food sources are fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. My accent, yeah. Like that Spanish accent?
It's not even a Spanish accent. I don't even know what that is.
Just make sure you eat fish twice a week, and throughout the week sprinkle some nuts and flax seeds in there, and you'll be good with omega-3s.
Number 2, B vitamins, specifically B6, B9, and B12. These 3 work together to regulate something called homocysteine, which is an amino acid. Think of it like rust in your pipes. When it builds up, it damages the blood vessels feeding your brain. And when levels get too high, research has consistently linked it to cognitive impairment and a higher risk of dementia. B vitamins flush out the buildup and also help serotonin and dopamine. When those levels drop, you don't only feel sad, you lose drive, patience, and the ability to focus for a long period of time. So if you've been consistently irritated, mentally foggy, or just emotionally flat, B vitamins might be a big part of the equation. Let's talk about the best food sources. The first one is beef liver. If you tried this before, it's kind of gross. It tastes like iron and really strong, but it's good for you. Also eggs, leafy greens, legumes, and dairy for B12. Sorry, but if you're a weirdo and you're plant-based, you're most likely lacking vitamin B12. So you better watch out for this one because a lack of vitamin B12 can cause memory loss, depression, and nerve damage.
Number 3, vitamin D. Only if you're married, you should be getting vitamin D from your husband, if you know what I mean. Anyways, it functions more like a hormone rather than a traditional vitamin. Guys, vitamin D has receptors all throughout your brain. And just so you know, low levels of vitamin D has been linked to cognitive impairment, brain fog, and depression. Okay, a huge portion of people are deficient in vitamin D and they don't even know it, especially if you live in the East Coast where you're not getting a lot of sun. If you live in a place where there's not a lot of sun or you don't go outside a lot, you're most likely vitamin D deficient. The best source is sunlight, and your skin produces vitamin D when it's exposed to UV rays. Shout out the sun. When it comes to food sources, you gotta get some fatty fish, salmon, you gotta eat some eggs, and fortified foods. Fortified foods just means that foods that have had vitamins and minerals added to them that weren't naturally there.
Number 4, choline. Raise your hand if you've heard about this one.
I do, teacher, I do.
Me too. Most people haven't. And that's a problem because choline is an essential nutrient. Your body needs it, but it can't produce enough of it on its own. Choline is what your brain uses to build acetylcholine. If you've taken anatomy and physiology in college, you remember that term. Acetylcholine, the chemical that controls your ability to learn, your memory, and mood. Studies show that people with higher choline intake think sharper, retain better, and are less likely to experience cognitive decline as they age. The best food for choline is eggs. Super simple, especially the egg yolk.
Number 5, magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 functions in your body, and your brain depends on it more than you realize. It regulates your stress and also supports deep sleep. 2 things that directly impact how sharp and focused you are every single day. 3 things make it easy to be deficient in magnesium. Guess what it is? I'll tell you, don't worry about it. Stress, caffeine, and alcohol. So if you're drinking caffeine every single day and you're highly stressed, on top of that, you're drinking alcohol, brother, sister, your magnesium is depleted. Some of the best sources of magnesium are dark chocolate, spinach, black beans, pumpkin seeds, and almonds.
Number 6, vitamin E. Your brain uses more oxygen than almost any other organ. And that process creates something called free radicals, which are unstable molecules that damage your cells over time. That's called oxidative stress, which is one of the main drivers of cognitive decline. Vitamin E is basically your brain's defense against that. It neutralizes those free radicals before they cause any damage. It helps protect brain cells and it slows down cognitive decline as you get older. The best food sources for vitamin E are sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, and avocado.
Number 7 is zinc, which is a trace mineral, meaning your body only needs a small amount. Zinc plays a direct role in how your brain cells communicate with each other. And it also helps against oxidative stress, like we talked about earlier. So it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Zinc deficiency is linked to memory loss and attention problems. And it's also depleted by stress, just like magnesium. The best food sources are oysters, has the highest concentration of zinc. I don't really eat oysters too much, but you may like it. If you don't like oysters, you can have some beef, pumpkin seeds, and chickpeas. Okay, quick recap on the 7 nutrients your brain actually needs. Omega-3, vitamin D, B vitamins, choline, magnesium, vitamin E, and zinc.
If you got to this point in this video, you should have noticed that a lot of these nutrients, you can find them in the same foods. So if you're prioritizing eggs, beef, spinach, beans, etc., you're most likely getting the nutrients that you need.
And if you're not sure which nutrients you're deficient in, just go to your doctor and get some blood work done. If this video was helpful, share it with a friend, comment, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Coach Tata,
Louisa Tata Fit.
God bless you guys. Peace.